Hello and welcome. Yes, we are back now with with a new episode of Birdie Wing. Now we're on episode 6, and I gotta say, last week was Eve and Awie's moment. Eve and Awie played in the VR, played together, and then it ended with a cliffhanger with Lily saying they're gonna destroy the shop that Eve grew up in. Okay, I feel like every week, Eve cannot take a break. Eve cannot take a break at all. She can't take a break. This is why I'm with Team Eve, because Eve has a lot under her plate. I mean, if you look at it closely, Eve got 3 things in her mind: her promise to play golf with Awie, saving the shop and with her family, and have to do these illegal golf matches. She is doing so freaking much that we have to remember, for a golf anime like this, it has all the high stakes. Every time I watch Birdie Wing, guys, and I'm pretty sure you guys have watched it, it's not just about the golf matches. I understand every sports anime, you gotta have every match. And in every sports anime, it's gotta be the moments. I get that. But what Birdie Wing is doing, despite the golf matches we're getting, it has a story behind these about why golf is somewhat being a sport where all the stakes are high. It's not like all the other sports are, but this right here takes the cake. And in this episode, Eve cannot take a break in this one. But man, we have some action in this one, if you know what I mean. So let's get right to it with the review of Birdie Wing episode 6. So after the cliffhanger about them closing the shop, it was about opening a new casino. They're gonna destroy the building and make a new casino. And everything is played out, which Eve was like, wait a minute. Are you telling me that I've beat Vipere, the vampire chick, just to have the head mafia gang, the head mafia can make a casino? Oh my God. Eve made him, Eve did not know about this. She didn't know that she didn't play for the head mafia that was actually going to destroy the casino. Destroy the place to make a casino there. She did not know what she was playing for. And that was really hurtful to hear that from her. So she came up to Rose about trying to stop the destruction from destroying the home. And Rose like, okay, no, you made a deal. I made you join the competition to face Awie. Now you have to return your end of the bargain. So I wanted you to face Vipere. So you kind of like, I did what you scratched my back, I scratched your back. We're even now. That's what, Eve, I'm like, oh man, there's no going around it. But Rose knows Eve very well. So she knows that she ain't going to pull off any stuff. She's going to make sure to stop the destruction of her own home. And yeah, we had Awie for about, 2-3 minutes because she wants to face it. But, I think Awie, to me, is going to play an important part in this. Somewhat important, because I think she's going to help Eve. I think we are going to see that. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I believe it's so. But forget Awie. Let's just forget Awie. This entire episode is focused on Eve. Eve was trying to find a way to stop the construction, and trying to save her own home. And leave it to Vipere, the snake woman, Vipere, I feel like every time you say snake woman, she's like, Vipere, and I'm like, oh my God. But she's back, and she's more toxic than ever. Not toxic, but she's more like good. To be honest, guys, I thought we were gonna see her one time, because I thought she was one of those characters where we're like, okay, she played one match, we're not gonna see her again. Maybe in season 2, maybe. But I was surprised she came back. To be honest, I'm surprised. So they both, Eve and Vipere, just wanted money. They're trying to figure out how to get the money back. So Eve took upon herself to join forces with the guy, the other mafia guy who Nicholas, that's his name, Nicholas, hired Vipere to play golf with Eve. So you get what I'm saying? Eve now working with Nicholas to get back at the head, the lady, the head mafia chick. Okay, and she looked good in bed. Let's not forget. Let's not front that. And Vipere, on the other hand, can we say how Vipere looks good when that seductive guy in the cafe and we're sitting outside? Yo, that is so seductive. I'm pretty sure everyone wish Vipere was biting people's necks. I'm pretty sure everybody want that. How many of y'all want Vipere to bite your necks? I'm just saying. That's just how people react towards it. Okay, now back to what I was saying. That car scene. So the prime minister I think it was the prime minister, by the way. I was gonna quick on it, but they were driving towards the city hall, and then the front of the car, you got this guy with a guy in suit with a rocket launcher to blow up the car. I literally thought it was gonna be some gun shooting, like rocket launcher, people with guns. And when I saw that blast, you know what it reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of? Of seeing that scene with mafias and exploding car. You know what I just thought of? I just thought of this. I legit thought of Black Lagoon and Gangster, because Black Lagoon and Gangster had like somewhat similarities. If you think about mafias and killing and explosive cars, I mean, like if you think about it, that's Black Lagoon or Gangster if you think about it. But there's right there, I'm like, whoa, damn, talk about depths. So, as a result, so on to Eve training. We saw Eve training on this, but most of it was her backstory. I said about 2 weeks ago or a week ago that we need Eve's story. It's like, forget a golf episode. Let's all forget a golf match. Let's know about Eve. That's all we wanted. What we got is, I will say, 2/3. I will say about 2/3 of Eve's story. And I'm going to tell you why. First off, let's look at Eve's story. Eve says she has no memories at all. She don't remember her childhood memory. All she remembers is that she was in a fire. She was in a fire and she had bruises all around. And then Lily and the owner, they were young at the time. They took her in. And you know what they doing. You know what they were doing. It's kind of sad, but they didn't want to reveal it. They were doing something, but we know what they were doing. But anyway, she couldn't remember her parents. The only thing she remembered, her first name was Evalian. I not good with the name, but you get my point. Evalian, which they cut it short for Eve. Then, sometime later, a guy named Leo took Eve under his wing and played golf. 3 years straight. 3 years non-stop golf playing. Total non-stop playing golf. And that's how it all started, with the trigger, with the bullet. Like, picture everything like a bullet, like a revolver. Hit it and click it. And that right there was the moment where it's like, everything came up for a reason. How Eve knows how to use the rainbow bullets, like red bullet, blue bullet, orange bullet, those kind of things. And that's how we got to see it. And then Leo disappears. We don't know where he's at. We have no idea where he's at. So again, Eve's story is somewhat unique about it, because again, she has no memories of her childhood, no memories of her parents. And for her to grow up in the slums, having Leo train Eve to play golf for years, then he disappears, don't have no recollection at all. She has amnesia so much that she don't remember nothing except her first name. So we're gonna, and this is why I said 2/3 of it. Now the 1/3 that is missing from Eve's story is this: her parents. I'm pretty sure Leo's is Eve, but my point is, we need a little more Eve's story into this, like how she got burned. I mean, he just said she was in a fire, but how did it got to that point? What she was before she started playing golf. Like, we got a little bit of it, but we need a little bit more. Like, where she was, like where she was born in, and that's somewhat of those little bits of little pieces that we need about that we need more of Eve. You know, I hope we see more of that. But anyway, Eve's backstory was really sad, and then not sad to a point where we want to cry, but so sad, but it's like, oh my God, she's going through so much. She went through so much over the course of her childhood. Despite not knowing what happened, she only know about her first name. So, needless to say, I see where it's coming. Oh, and by the way, Lily, can I say something about Lily for a bit? Lily, don't sell your Gundams. Don't sell your Gundams. Please don't sell your Gundams. You know how much Gundam... You see all these Gundam figures... you see all these anime figures I have, Lily? Don't sell them. Don't sell them, okay? I mean, you ain't gonna get the price. You ain't gonna get the money. I mean, the full price back. You probably get it at a discount. But keep your Gundams where they at. Now, and just when we got a feedback on Eve's backstory, we got into the ending where Eve now working for Nicholas, and now she got to go against the one person that got Eve playing illegal golf, the one person who got Eve into playing against Aoi, and the promise that she made, and the one person like, okay, you're playing for her, now you gotta face Vipere. That one person, Rose. Here's the thing. This match, I want to say, is not. I will say the match for goes to Eve, obviously, but it's how Eve is gonna win in some ways compared to Rose. I mean, like, I don't know if Rose is playing the part. Like, okay, we'll play seriously, but we gotta pretend to play seriously, or in this case, but we'll see how that goes. But this match against Rose might be interesting. And I hope we get a full episode of that match, because I actually do want to see that match. I'm very pleased if they give us a full match in this one, and let's see where this goes. But again, this was a good episode. I like the bond between Vipere and Eve. Now the bond is now tight as ever, and Eve's backstory is getting there. So I like the somewhat pieces of it. Plot wise, it's really good. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of strong, especially with Eve's story. With Eve's, it's kind of like now the pieces are becoming more and more together, that we're gonna see more of her backstory, and maybe we're gonna see Leo again. He's probably gonna come back. He's definitely gonna come back. So we'll see how that goes. So I look forward for next week's episode of Birdie Wing between Eve and Rose, and let's see where this match goes to.